everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Katarina. I'm so excited about today's video. I will be bringing back one of my personal favorite projects or series here on my channel. So what I'm doing is that I am tracking the uses and progress of my entire lip product collection for a season. If you have been watching my channel for a while, you probably know that lip products are my personal favorite part of makeup. It's kind of like a finishing touch for me to add a lipstick. I just love lip products, and I do like this project because it allows me to rotate through things but also focus on things at the same time. Now, I have never done this project throughout the entire year, but I hope 2025 will be the first year that I'm going to follow through the entire year. Before we get into the actual progress, I just want to give you the numbers that I had when I started. And I decided with this project do so that I count winter being December through February, which really is how I typically think of winter. So for me, December is like a full winter month, and I have tracked the uses now from December 1st until February 28th. So my numbers December 1st were 4 lip liners, 1 lip gloss, 1 liquid lipstick and 12 bullet lipsticks. And this one already is a little bit different than what my makeup inventory was back in January. So we will go through my lip products from most uses to least uses. So I'm going to put here a picture of swatches from my most used lip products in winter. And I will say the uses were kinda divided in a sense that there were teas that you can now see that I was really focused on. And then there were some that I used a few times, and then there were some that I didn't use at all, but for the most part I was really focused on teas. So my two most used lip products are actually my two nude lip liners. For me, lip liner is something that I pick it matching the lipstick that I'm wearing. I never pick the lip liner first, but I do pick the lipstick first. So these for me are a little bit boring but really useful products. The lip product that has the most uses is my Tilbury iconic nude lip liner, and this one is pretty close to being done. And I will also show you a picture of the progress. This one I have been specifically wearing with the nude lipstick that you can see on the picture. That is my most used lip product. Then the another nude lip liner is more like a rosy, maybe a little bit peachy nude. I don't know. It's like it works both with peachy lipsticks and with more pink lipsticks. Anyways, this one is the BH Cosmetics waterproof lip liner in the shade Earth. This one is, by the way, my oldest lip product. It's from 2020. I wouldn't keep other lip products that are that old, but with lip liners I'm not so worried because I sharpen them all the time. And the reason I have not used this up previously is that I had a similar color lip liner that I was working on first. But now I have gotten good use out of this, and I have marked here 22 uses. Okay, so those were the little bit boring lip products to talk about, so let's move on to the actual lipsticks, which I am way more excited about. First, I do have a nude lipstick. This one is from Catrice. It is their Scandalous Matte Lipstick in the shade Nude Obsession, and this one I used 21 times. As you can see, I don't have too much left here, and I was able to make really good progress with this lipstick. This is basically what I wore almost every day in January, because in January I felt that I want to go for a look that is really nude, and I will say I think this is my perfect beige lipstick. This one is just pure beige. It doesn't lean pink, it doesn't lean peach, it's not too light, it's not dark. Unfortunately, Catrice has now discontinued this, which it's a shame because I do think this is such a perfect shade, but I hope I can find something similar once I'm running low on this one. Maybe Charlotte Tilbury might have a couple of options that are pretty close to this one, because this is really a color that I love. Then the another lip product that I was really focused on is the Essence Hydrating Nude Lipstick in the shade Delicate. Actually, all of the writing has come off from the cap of the lipstick, and the lipstick is almost gone. that's everything that's left. And this is what I'm wearing today. This one was more my focus lipstick in February and I used it 21 times. Also, today I am wearing this without a lip liner. Sometimes I like to wear it like this, but I need to be a little bit careful then. This one is kind of like a sheer formula, so it looks kind of like a tinted lip balm, but because this one is clearly darker than my skin tone, it can smear a little bit if I don't have any lip liner. But then sometimes I like to wear this with a lip liner and then I go for the kind of like pinky peachy rosy lip liner. This for sure is something that I want to finish this year. The Category lipstick, I'm not sure. I mean, part of me thinks that it would be a pretty easy finish, but I do think the season when I'm specifically in love with this kind of tone is winter, so we will see. If I don't finish it this year, at least I will finish it like next winter season. But yeah, this one, Essence Delicate Shade, is actually something that I want to go on this spring, and considering how little there is left, I'm sure I can get it done. And then we do have one empty. Now this one you didn't see in my makeup inventory, because in the end of December I decided to call this done. So this is the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the set Fenty Glow. So it is a bronzy lip gloss, and with lip glosses, when you're starting to be really low, which I am, maybe you can see that the line goes there down the bottom, the applicator doesn't really reach it anymore. So when you are so low with a lip gloss, you could maybe still remove the stopper or scrape the sides, but it's so thick and goopy. Every time that I wore it in the end of December, I just felt that this is gross. So in the end of the year I decided to call it done, but I still wanted to save it for this video so that I could swatch it. But yeah, this one is my only empty in winter season and I used it 16 times, and this one is something that I was really focusing on earlier in fall too. But yeah, really happy that it's gone, and actually this one was my only lip gloss. I did purchase some new lip products in January. Some of them are gloss sticks and we are going to talk about them a little bit later. But this kind of dipping lip product I just don't like. I think they're messy, they're gooby, and they're just not my favorite. Okay, so next we do have here lipsticks that I used 3 or 4 times. The Category Shine Bomb Lip Lacquer I used 4 times. So this one is in the shade French Silk. And I will say in the swatch picture I think it looks a little bit darker what it is in reality. But then in some pictures online this one just looks really light and pale, but it's really not that pale. But yeah, this one is a really beautiful nude. I don't like matte liquid lipsticks at all. This one I do prefer over a matte one, because this one doesn't try uncomfortable like the matte ones do. But I will say I do think these still settle into the lip lines in a way that bullet lipstick typically won't do. So that's maybe a downside in this, but it is a beautiful finish. This one is, by the way, something that I actually bought now in winter. I think I bought it just before the new year. I have worn this maybe in a couple of videos, but at least in the Pantat Palette intro I wore this one. Maybe with another lipstick, little bit on top of this. And this one I have weighed for the sake of this video. So when I got it, it was 32 grams. Now it weighs 31.91 grams. I'm not actually sure if that can be fully true or if my original weight is a little bit off. It might be. Next we do have a lipstick from Art Deco, or this one actually is a hybrid between a lip balm and a lipstick. So there you can see there's that white stripe in the middle that is like lip balm. I'm not sure what this lipstick is called. I will write it to the screen. But the shade of this one is Apricot Oasis, and it is this orangey shade. I only used this one a few days in December. In January and in February I'm really not into anything orangey, but then once we get to spring and once we get to summer I'm starting enjoying it, and then in fall I do think it's one of my favorite colors. Not necessarily in makeup or even in clothing, but just in general I do think it's a color that brings me to good mood. Yeah, this one I used 4 times. And let me still see if there's a little bit of progress. And this one, by the way, is newer to my collection. I bought it last fall, so it's not something that I am in a hurry of using really, but I'm glad I got some uses out of it. Just not a super wintry shade for me. Okay, next video we have another lipstick with 4 uses. This one is the Essence, the Slim Stick 6-hour long lasting lipstick. This one is like a pinky nude, and yeah, I have 4 uses on this one, and it is surprisingly much on paper, but that is just the reality with these slim lipsticks, that they go really quickly. That's maybe why in future I don't want to buy nude in this kind of packaging, because nude is something that I wear more often, so it would make sense to have something that I wear more rarely in this kind of slim form. So maybe an orange or a pink or something like that. This is actually something that I maybe would want to finish this spring, because I know it will be such an easy color to wear on everyday basis. It works with the eyeshadows that I am panning just right now, so I do think it's really doable to finish this one. Moving on to the lip products with 3 uses. So in January I bought some Juvia's Place makeup. They were having a huge sale, so I bought 3 of their, I think it's Velvety Matte lipstick, and then I bought 3 of the gloss sticks, and then 1 eyeshadow palette. This one is the lipstick in the shade Libra, which is basically like a brownie nude. I do think in tone this is sort of similar than the Catrice lipstick that I talked about earlier, but this one is a little bit darker, to the point where on me it pulls clearly more brown. I don't know, I used it 3 times and I'm happy I got the uses out of it, but maybe it's not the most flattering shade for me. We'll see how much use out of it I get in fall, but now that we are getting into spring, I don't see myself really using this one. But this formula, I will say, is really nice on the lips. It's the kind of matte formula that I like, where it looks sort of matte but not dead matte, and it doesn't start to go crusty and weird on the lips. I actually do think this formula reminds me quite a bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution formula. Another one with 3 uses is the Mesauda Cult Creamy Lipsticks in the shade Idol, and this one is kind of like a corally nude, I would say. This one is really pretty. I bought this from our trip to Tallinn last fall, and I love this lipstick. This is so nice. It's really glossy formula, so I prefer to wear it on top of a lip liner. It's just going to look a little bit more neat. This one has decent pigment to it, but with 1 layer you can make it quite sheer. So I just think this is a beautiful formula. I have never heard about this brand before. Apparently they are a makeup brand from Italy, and their packaging is amazing. The lipsticks have magnetic cap to them. Okay, then red lipstick. I will say back in the days red lipstick was my favorite thing ever to wear. I feel that when I had blonde hair, which I used to have platinum blonde hair for years, I think then the red lipstick was even more my thing, because it was such a fun pop, and there is just something in the combination of blonde hair and red lipstick. Now that my hair is darker, I do still love red lipstick, but it doesn't quite give the same effect than with blonde hair. Interesting to notice how hair color changes my preferences, but still I love red lipstick. But because it's something that I wear so rarely, I don't want to have many. I actually have 2 red lipsticks and red lip liners, and this pairing I wore 3 times in winter. I think all of those 3 times were back in December. So the lip liner is the Essence 8-hour matte comfort lip liner in the shade Fiery Red, which is kind of like a bright and really warm red. And then the lipstick is the Charlotte Tilbury Hot Lips 2 lipstick in the shade Red Hot Susan. And this one I bought when I thought that I am warm autumn in the seasonal color analysis. Now I am not even so sure what I am. Like, I feel I am somewhere in the middle of autumn and spring, because I do have some of that spring brightness in me, but then I also do have some more muted features, like my hair color on its own is rather kind of like ashy and muted. And then I do have the depth of autumns. But anyways, when it comes to red lipsticks, this one is a little bit more muted, and it is really warm. So I do think it would be for a warm autumn like a perfect red. This one I bought in 2023, and possibly after this year I want to get rid of it. I don't know if I want to try to pan this. Maybe I should see a little bit more effort using red lipstick. I think because this one is so orangey, maybe it's best when I have tan. Okay, so moving on, there's not a single lipstick that I used twice in winter, but there's quite a few that I tried at least once. First, I do have the Essence Caring Shine lipstick, and this one is in the shade My Choice, and this one is a really pale and kind of cool nude. This is something that I impulse bought last fall, and it's one of those that unfortunately didn't end up being my favorites. It's just going to wash me out completely if I wear it on its own. What I do like this for is to brighten a lip liner, because I feel for me sometimes nude lip liners, they just run a little bit too dark. So adding a little bit of this in the middle might actually work really well, and I think I did that in my Pan That Palette intro video. Okay, so as I said, I did buy 3 of the Juvia's Place gloss sticks. So this one is the first one. It is the only one that I used now in winter. This one is the shade Rose, which you can see is like pinky color. I actually really do like this. It's, I feel, my perfect pink. It's not too bright, but then it's not too muted. And then it is still clearly pink without leaning peachy, but it is not too cool. So yeah, I really do like this color, and maybe eventually I would like to get a lipstick in a color like this. But first, of course, I want to use this one up. The one thing that I don't like about this is that it really feels like a lip gloss on the lips, so it's sort of that goopy formula, and also this one is a little bit tingling on the lips, but I do think it's such a pretty color, and it really gives that high shine, high gloss sort of look, which is really pretty. I have a feeling that this one I will go through quite quickly, and by the way, these I cannot twist up because it cannot be twisted down, but I feel if I focused on this one it would be done pretty quickly, and if these are not on sale they are pretty pricey. But yeah, the color is absolutely stunning. Okay, so with this next one I will say the picture just doesn't look right at all. So this is the Catrice Shine Bomb Lip Lacquer, and this one is now in the shade Sweet Talker. And here in the picture it just looks really dark, almost like vampy. In reality this one is like a light, kind of like rosy pinky shade. Here you can see it. I did take these pictures on a natural daylight, but it was kind of like a grey day, and I feel sometimes that kind of weather makes the lipsticks look a little bit cooler what they are. Next we do have another lipstick from Art Deco. I think it's their high performance lipstick in the shade Pomerian Red, which is really pretty. It is like a shimmery bullet lipstick. I only wore it once, and that's the first time I ever wore it, so I do think I need to test it more, but totally kind of like a spring and summertime thing for me, so I'm actually really excited to get more use out of this one. And then here's my another red lipstick combo. So I do have the Essence 8 Hour Matte Liner in the shade Classic Red. Compared to the Fiery Red, this one is clearly darker shade. And then I do have the Mesauda called Matte Lipstick. If the previous one was called Creamy and a really glossy formula, this one is called Matte. It is the type of matte formula that I like, where it's not super matte, but kind of like a comfort matte. So this one is in the shade Lovers, and this one is just like the most perfect true red. This lip combo I wore once. I think it was in my makeup inventory video actually, which I by the way split into 2. But yeah, that's the last time that I have worn red lipstick. Maybe I should wear it a little bit more often, because it's still something that I like. Okay, so here you can still see the picture of all of the lip products that I didn't use at all now in winter. Some of these are newer and I just didn't use them because of that, but for the most part it is because I was just more focused on my Project Pan lip products. But I'm so close with couple, I feel, that soon I will have a little bit more room to play. Anyways, first we do have my 2 remaining Juvia's Place gloss sticks. So I also bought the shade Stay Clear and True Nude. I already talked about the rose one and the formula, but these are something that I have not yet used. I think I have maybe swatched them and tried them once on the lips, but I didn't wear them for makeup look. So if I just try something for the sake of wiping it off right away, I don't count that. I actually need to wear it for the look. Then I do have here the Essence Hydrating Nude lipstick, and this one is in the shade Divine. So today I'm wearing the Delicate, which is kind of like the more rosy one. This one is a really peachy color, and this is actually something that I really want to focus on this spring. I do want to get both of these lipsticks out this year. The Delicate one is really close to being done, and this one I probably will finish in summer. Might also be doable in spring, but at least in summer, because this is a pretty quickly going formula. This is a really peachy tone, sort of kind of like has like a bright tone to it. Even though it is light, it is still clear and not muted, so it's not necessarily a tone that I would be into in winter, but now that we are heading into spring, I can see myself getting good use out of this. I do have another one of these Essence Care and Shine lipsticks. So this one is in the shade My Passion, and it is like a corally red shade. This tone is really pretty. It's just maybe something that I'm mainly going to get wear out of in summer. Then I do have my two other Juvia's Place, the Velvety Matte lipsticks. So I did buy the shade Mademoiselle, which is like a peachy nude. It is quite light, and I actually really do think this color is super pretty. I just have not worn it yet. And then there is the shade In Vogue, which is kind of like an interesting shade. It is sort of like an orangey brown nude. I don't know, I feel it's something that I need to have tan in order to pull it off, or then in fall it needs to be the certain type of vibe for me to be able to pull it off. But I'm excited to get more use out of it later. And then the last lipstick that I have is another one of these Art Deco lipsticks, the one with lip balm in the middle and otherwise lipstick. So this one is in the shade Rose Oasis. I have not yet used this. I honestly doubt that I won't use it now in spring, because I think it reminds me of the one that I'm wearing right now. This one is just a little bit more clear maybe in tone. Okay, so those were all of my lipsticks, my uses, my progress with them. I'm still now in the end of the video going to share with you my 3 top focus lip products for the upcoming season. So first, well, actually this one cannot be that much of a focus because it will be gone soon, but it's like my main goal to get this one out. So the Essence Hydrating Nude lipstick in the shade Delicate, which I am wearing today, and this will be gone next week. And these go really quickly because this needs to be reapplied throughout the day. But I also want to focus on the Hydrating Nude lipstick in the shade Divine, which is the light peachy shade. I actually wouldn't be surprised if I finished it completely. That is how much I have left. But I don't necessarily want to put that sort of pressure on myself, because I then know that I can finish it in summer. But if I'm really in a mood for wearing this like every single day, it could be done. However, I also want to finish the Essence, the Slim Stick lipstick in the shade Over to Nude. For me, it is a little bit annoying to have a nude lipstick that is a really nice nude. I do like this color in this kind of packaging, that it will go through so quickly. That is everything for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so happy to have this back, and next time that I'm going to film one of these will be after the month of May. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next one. Bye bye.